I know these models are a little bit more difficult today, but it's been difficult the entire tournament, and we're gonna kind of get back to basics now. So take a deep breath, shake it off. If anybody needs to use the bathroom or anything, let me know. This next CAD vs. CAD battle for our tournament finals, featuring Atse, who has 0 points running SolidWorks, and Ricardo Jean, who has 1 point running SolidWorks. If Ricardo Jean can earn this next point, then he is going to win the entire tournament. If Ate wins his next point, then we all win because we all get to see another battle between these two titans. Sudden death rules are now in effect. If someone answers incorrectly, the point is immediately awarded to their opponent. If someone answers correctly, then they earn the point. Here we go. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part? Sorry, guys, screen capture that again. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Make sure you screen capture that and get the 40 up top. Clock was in the way there temporarily. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Okay, make sure that you screen capture that. Whoops, looks like we just lost one of our runners. Looks like we lost Ricardo. He may have been screen capturing, and here we go. He's back.
Oh, no.
He's back. He's back. It's all good. All right. Both of our runners grab the screen capture. Make sure you get that number 40 up top. And good luck, guys. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. And this is more of a machined part. It's actually a part that has been in tournaments in the past. Of course, we always try to remix them a little bit. And I'm just going to make a quick note here in the chat. Missing dimension up top under clock is 40 millimeters. I think that was diameter, right? Maybe I can bring it up here on the overlay. I like this music, man. I'm getting hyped. Guys, these guys are so fast. We got Ricardo Jean on the left. We got Atse on the right. Is that right? Covering up the action there, sorry. We got Ricardo Jean on the left. We got Atse on the right. All mixed up there. Did you see who drew first blood?
Sorry, I was muted again. Did I see who drew out first blood?
Yeah.
No, I definitely did not.
It's going so fast, man.
I mean, first blood around here means the first one to a solid, so it's
Exactly.
hard to say.
Yeah, exactly. Well, both of our runners taking an interesting approach in this thing. Man, Ricardo Jean is just eating this part up. My goodness, my goodness. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to put that up on the screen, the tab, so they can see that if they happen to look back. Yeah, the clock was unfortunately covering that 40 dimension, but I've got it up on the main overlay now. So hopefully, if that does become an issue, they'll be able to look up and see it. Guys, we got Ricardo Jean on the left. He's our current world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling. We got Atse on the right, and he is our runner-up. He's been battling back and forth with Ricardo now for the past 3 or 4 tournaments, and Ricardo Jean modeling up this part. This is called a cast Y port. This would be like a part that you might cast, although I don't think we have the draft on this part for casting, but this is kind of how it would get started. You would probably design that draft in next. Jern saying the music was a little bit loud. Sorry about that, Jern. I was hyped up, trying to get that thing up and running. Here we are, guys, in the finals of this tournament. If Ricardo Jean can earn this point, he will finally secure his 3rd tournament championship. If Atse can come up with the mass before Ricardo, or if Ricardo makes a mistake, then we will be going to another battle. This part is, of all the parts we've seen these guys doing today, this one is a little bit more of a machine-y type part, a little bit less lofty, swoopy, blendy. Still room to use tools, though, like multi-body and delete face and indent.
Very, very interesting approaches, as always.
Man, that kind of trapezoidal flange sticking out the end, I always struggle with them so much, and Ricciardo was able to get through that so quickly.
This is one of those things that I feel like initially you look at these parts and you think, man, that'd be real easy to do. But when you start to deal with the idea of tubing, especially something like a Y pipe or a Y intersect,
Yeah,
it almost changes the whole thing at the end of the day.
Can really throw people off, you know, especially depending on what their level of experience is and understanding kind of how to manage what's going on in those internal walls and how the blends are taking place in those internal walls. I've seen it throw off some really strong users before.
It's not so much that even. It's, you know, Otse's using a very different kind of technique here over Ricciardo, and it just seems like the idea of looking down and drawing rectangles, it just isn't going to work in some type of scenario here. Yet, Otse is making me feel like an idiot saying that because he is just getting after it at the end of the day.
Man, he's always so, you know, so surprising and so creative, I would say. You know, there's so many times where Otse model stuff up in a way that you really don't expect it, and so creative.
I like his approach, though. It's definitely one of those things that, based on more of a revolve technique, it could be, again, make or break. Now, the question's going to be, is like you said, is when you start to deal with the Y intersect, how you handle that.
Yeah, and I think that the other thing that we haven't really seen these runners get into too much so far in this model, because we've seen them do what I would consider kind of the more obvious part of the model, but there's still an entire underside to this model. We see Ricciardo just flipped over, and that's where I think things are going to get really interesting, because it's not only the fact that the model has that Y intersect up top and that trapezoidal flange up top, which are pretty complicated features in and of themselves. But then you've also got the whole underside being kind of hollowed out like a cast part, you know, like it's a cast Y port. And so that can definitely cause some hiccups as well. And so we see Ricciardo was able to get in there and get that pretty quick. Looked like he actually used a shell to accomplish that. So that's interesting. And it doesn't give him exactly what he was going for, but where is he going to go from here? Always so fun to watch Ricciardo here in action and see kind of, okay, so it looks like maybe there was some Control Z action there, some undo to get going back.
See, I was worried about this a little bit because then you start to deal with certain things that could cause intersects and who knows what, right?
Are you referring to what's going on Otse's screen?
I am, yeah. And I hate to be the one to brag it up, but this is where like a couple of cylinders, a little bit of a move command and a shell command could be very valuable.
Yeah. This is definitely, you know, getting back. Like I said, we had a very similar model of this a few years ago in the Too Tall Toby tournament, and this is definitely kind of getting back to, I don't want to say getting back to basics, but it's getting back to the more traditional challenges we would do, which were, you know, they weren't swoopy, they weren't tricky because they were swoopy lofty, they were tricky because of how the order of feature creation becomes so important. And so, yeah, look at this, Ricciardo getting in that kind of cylinder on the bottom side of the part. Wow, that was really clever how he did that. Look, he did a convert entities and got that geometry that he needed for that extrusion. Now he's doing what we call the final spin. He's going around looking at the model, seeing if there's anything else on this model that needs to be addressed, that needs to be cleaned up, maybe recognizing a couple of faces here that maybe need to be worked on, need to be refined, and he's taking care of them as well.
So I guess one question I would have at the end of the day is, in the world of SolidWorks, do you have an extrude to surface or an extrude to object?
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely. So we're watching the chat, and Otse is in the chat, and he's got his mat, or in the competition, he's got his mass up and showing. We're just waiting for him to submit that. The answer did not come in yet, so we're just waiting to see it, and we are watching. I did not see the answer come in. I'm looking at multiple chats here. Logged into a few different computers here. Otse is looking at it. Otse maybe he decided not to submit it. Maybe he's refining his design as well. So interesting.
For what it's worth, he might be watching live on Ricciardo's screen and noticing something that probably might have happened.
It could definitely be a strategy, and so we're watching Ricciardo as well.
Up on something else. He wasn't watching Ricciardo's screen, but he definitely backed off to see that he was missing something.
Yeah, and Ricardo Jean comes in with an answer. Now, remember, if this answer is correct, he gets the point. If it's incorrect, he gives the point to Atse. So I just want to double check my answer key and make sure that I'm reading this correctly. Ricardo Jean comes in with his answer. 491 grams. And that is correct. And Ricardo Jean, congratulations. Wow, wow, wow. Holy smokes, we are witnessing history here. The first ever two-time tournament winner becomes the first ever three-time tournament champion. Holy smokes, guys. What a battle there. What a series of matches. Not easy. Almost had it won earlier. There was a mistake from the commentary. Came back even through that and ended up taking down the whole thing. Holy smokes. Guys, put a GG in the chat for our three-time champion, Ricardo Jean. And wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing. He's even got his own victory cat there set up in SolidWorks to show off his skills. That's true pro move there. Wow. Guys, the correct answer was 491 plus or minus 1 gram. Ricardo Jean, Go Stream models it like he absolutely